throughout the years, a little bit after that, my sister and I took a trip to Denver and we went into this crystal shop. And I've collected rocks my whole life, but like mica or granite that you see up here in New England or whatever. And I hadn't ever like spent money on rocks or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we went into the store and this woman's like, "Oh my God, your aura is beautiful." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And so we had like a really long conversation with her about energy and auras, and I ended up buying a golden healer piece of quartz because we both had headaches from the altitude.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my introduction into crystals, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, crystals like rocks have energy? Of course they do. That makes so much sense." So I started diving in on that side of thing and collecting my own rocks and kind of learning about the energies of the earth. And then that brought me into I think I got into like The Secret around that time, Rhonda
Yeah,
Byrne, and I read all of her books, like got really obsessed with manifestation.
that's a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
The Secret.
exactly. Yes. And then eventually, well, obviously I was reading books this whole time because I'm a bookworm, so I read all kinds of books, and we'll get into that in a little bit. And then I got introduced to be magnetic through the Expanded podcast. I had a life coach in 2021, right when I moved back to New England. I lived in Nashville for 12 years, which is where all of this spiritual awakening was happening. And I kind of felt 2020, 2021 that my time in Nashville was done. And I moved back to where I grew up here in New England, and was introduced through the Expanded podcast through my life coach at the time. And I started listening to all of these stories of how people were putting energy out there into the universe to pull in what they desired, and the work that kind of comes along with that. So then I went to the website To Be Magnetic, and they have a whole group and program, and I've kind of been in that, and that's actually tailored a lot of my own teachings on manifestation and stuff. That's kind of where I'm at now. I'm never gonna stop like this journey. Like I feel like I'm always gonna learn and I'm gonna evolve and I'm gonna, you know, I don't know, just always have things happening in the spiritual journey. It's just amazing. I love this I don't know, curiosity. This I don't know what it is. You know
It's,
what I mean?
I do know what you mean. It's amazing, first of all. So, I mean, look at how far you've come from 2013 when you started and realized where you were headed, and look at where you are now. You know what I mean? The growth you've had already.
Yeah, I looking at the looking at that, like I kind of journaled a little bit before we had this.
Oh,
I
I
don't
love that. You
ever,
know me and my journaling.
yeah, like I don't do much of that like retrospection on like, you know, how far I've come, I guess. We've talked about that before, Misty, too. Like every new moon, every full moon, I'm journaling, I'm putting what I want out there, but I have a hard time like I do the end of the year, like the yearly we do like a 12 days and 12 nights or whatever, and I actually just looked in what are we, September? I just looked at what I had
Yeah.
put for last year. So, that's one of my goals for this year is to really be a little bit more retrospective in terms of like where was I at the beginning of this year? Where was I at the last full moon? Like,
Yeah.
and then, so I can take those and see the evolution and hopefully growth.